De la vida cristiana, sus hijos y sus jóvenes van a aprender del perdón, de la pureza sexual, vamos a aprender de la crianza de los hijos, el matrimonio y la familia y el tomar decisiones correctas. Pero les voy a decir algo, acerca de esto sus hijos van a formar ideas aprendiéndolo en la casa, en la calle o de sus amigos. Así que es mejor nosotros enseñarles a ellos del perdón, de la pureza sexual, de la crianza de ellos y que después ellos puedan criar a sus hijos y el matrimonio y la familia y cómo tomar decisiones correctas. ¿Están listos para su historia, niños? ¿Sí? ¿Ya están todos aquí? Nomás oren hermanos por mí porque tengo una rebelde. Bueno, tengo varios rebeldes, pero una que más que todos, ¿verdad? Así que ténganme paciencia, aquí voy a leerle a los niños ahora su historia en inglés. All right, today's story. A ver, aquí donde los pueda ver a todos, acá. Sí, vénganse. ¿Ya se vinieron? This story is called A New Beginning, Noah's Ark from Genesis 6 through 9. Time passed, and many people filled the earth. Everyone, everywhere, had forgotten about God. Did you hear that? Everyone, everywhere had forgotten about God and were only doing bad things all the time. What were they doing? Who had they forgotten about? God. God's heart was filled with pain when he saw what had happened to the world he loved. Everywhere was disease and death and destruction, all the things God hates most. Now, Noah was God's friend, which was odd in those days because no one else was. Noah listened to God. Noah listened to God. What did Noah do? Noah listened to God. And listen to this. He talked to God. Noah talked to God. He just loved being with God like you do with your best friend. Now Noah, God said, things have gone wrong. People have filled my world with hate instead of love. They are destroying themselves and each other and my world. I must stop them. First, we'll build an ark. Do you know what an ark is? Neither did Noah. Luckily, God knew and he would show him. Here's the picture. Is everybody seeing the picture? A storm is coming, God told Noah, but I will rescue you. I promise. I'll send the animals to you, ones that creep and crawl and slither and slime and gallop and hop and bound and climb. And don't forget to pack everyone's food. The storm was going to wash away all the hate and sadness and everything that had gone wrong and make the world clean again. God had thought up a way to keep Noah safe, but Noah would have to trust God and do exactly what God told him. So Noah built an ark. What did Noah build? An ark, short for a very large boat. Noah's neighbors came out to watch and point and laugh because they didn't believe Noah and the boat or the storm, or needing to be rescued. You know what the friends did? This is what the friends did. Noah's neighbors came out to watch and point and laugh because they didn't believe nothing. You're right, nothing. Didn't believe Noah about the boat or the storm or being rescued. And Noah must have looked rather silly. His boat was in the desert. Where was Noah's boat? In the desert. The desert was nowhere near the sea. And there wasn't even a cloud in the sky. Why would anyone need an umbrella, let alone a boat? A big boat. A big ship. Quizás la foto, ¿quiere verla? Okay. But Noah didn't mind so much what other people thought. He minded what God thought. So he just did what God told him to do. When the ark was ready, God said, "All aboard!" And Noah's family and all the animals climbed inside. Then God shut the door. What did God do? When? When all the animals and Noah and his family went inside, okay? Okay, one more page. And it started raining for minutes. That joined up into hours. That joined up into days. That joined up into weeks and weeks. And the rain joined up into puddles. That joined up into rivers. That joined up into lakes. That joined up into a flood that covered the whole world. What did it do? The whole world. Their boat that once seemed so big. How big? So big, suddenly seemed very small. But in the middle of the huge storm, in the crashing waves, in all the thunder and lightning through it all, God was with them. Who was with them? God was with them. And God kept them safe for 40 long days and 40 long nights. For how many days? 40 long days. And how many nights? 40 long nights. Finally, the rain stopped. The sun came out, and Noah threw all the windows open. Hooray! Everyone shouted. Noah sent his dove out to explore, and it wasn't long before he brought him back a fresh olive leaf. Everyone knew exactly what that meant. She had found a tree and land. The water was going down. Okay, sit down, please, so that others can see the picture. The water was going down. Can everybody see the picture? Yeah? All right. At last, the boat landed. Here it is. At last, the boat landed quite suddenly on top of a great mountain. As soon as it was safe, God said, "Out you come." And so they did, everyone skipping and dancing onto dry land. The first thing Noah did was to thank God for rescuing them, just as he had promised. Did God promise that? Yes. Yes. And the first thing God did was make another promise. I won't ever destroy the world again. You know, with water, right? And like a warrior who puts away his bow and arrow at the end of a great battle, God said, "See, I have hung up my bow in the clouds." You see the rainbow? The rainbow, right? Okay, no, one more. Please sit down, okay? Thank you. Okay, I need you to sit down. Thank you. And there in the clouds, just where the storms meet the sun, was a beautiful bow made of light. It was a new beginning in God's world. It wasn't long before everything went wrong again, but God wasn't surprised. He knew this would happen. Hey, listen to this. This is the last part. Listen to this, okay? That's why before the beginning of time, he had another plan, a better plan. A plan not to destroy the world, but to rescue it. A plan to one day send his own son, the rescuer. You know who God's son is? What's his name? Jesus. To send Jesus. God's strong anger against the hate and sadness of death would come down once more, but not on his people or his world. No, God's war bow was not pointing down at his people. It was pointing up into the heart of heaven. And next Sunday, we're going to learn a giant staircase to heaven, okay? Thank you very much. You may go with Miss Valerie, okay? But before you go, we're going to pray for you, okay? Can you come up here? Vamos a orar por todos los niños y los jóvenes antes que regresen a la escuela. Vénganse. Let's pray, okay? Las maestras. Lisa.